Hey everybody, I'm Mike and this is Entertainment Junk. And we're back. We are back after what seems like a long hiatus. And the reason for it mainly is just life, family, work, things of that nature. But hopefully going forward, I can continue to be consistent, put out lots and lots of content, and continue to grow this channel because I really do enjoy doing this. I love editing and putting together these videos, so we'll see what the future holds. But for now, let's just jump into the video at hand because that's what you came here for. So today's video, we'll be taking a look at and reviewing Magic Spoon cereal. Now, there's been several YouTubers that I follow who talked highly of the cereal, praised it, said it was an excellent replacement to all that sugary goodness we used to have as children when we would sit down on a Saturday morning and watch cartoons. And let me just sidetrack for a moment here. Saturday mornings and cereal, it was amazing. I mean, you had a huge selection to choose from. Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles, Golden Grams, Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Cookie Crisp, what else? Fruit Loops. You can't forget Urkelos, the Swedish Chef from the Muppets. I think he had a cereal too. Yeah, he had a cereal and it was awesome. But yeah, so many options. Man, I miss that. Whew, you can't eat all that now. You'll explode. So of course, as soon as I heard that, I had to go ahead and pick up a variety pack and find out if it was true. The variety pack, there's 4 different cereals. We're gonna go through each one, give each one a rating, then give an overall rating and let you guys know if it's worth your time and money. And before I go any further, I would just like to say there's no way I'm gonna finish all these boxes. So what I don't finish, the Wolf will. Isn't that right, Wolf?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. And I'm hungry. You could almost say that I'm hungry like the wolf. Yeah! all right, yeah!
All right, he's ready, I'm ready, I know you guys are ready, so let's just jump into it.
First up on our list, the butter that's peanut buttery.
Okay, so I have never been a fan of peanut butter flavored cereal in general. There is an exception if we're talking about snacks. Some of those will get a pass for the most part, but for cereal, yeah, it's usually a hard no. So when I was putting together this variety pack, I purposely bought the peanut butter flavored cereal because I wanted to see how worse could it get with something I already dislike. Especially coming from a brand like Magic Spoon. You're talking about peanut butter and healthy? Oh no, that sounds like a disaster. But I gotta say, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The taste was there, which I think all you lovers of peanut butter will appreciate, but for me it never went overboard, it never got out of control, it was at a level where my taste buds found it acceptable. Which is probably a first for me in the world of cereal, so yeah, we're off to a good start. This one is getting a 7 out of 10.
Next up, we got some waffles that know how to maple. Oh yeah.
Okay, our next flavor up is Maple Waffle. Alright, now so when trying to compare this to some of the more familiar brands that you would find in your grocery store, nothing really comes to mind. Maybe Honey Bunches of Oats? Their maple waffle flavor? I don't know. But upon consumption, I have to say it did not disappoint. The maple flavor was hitting on all cylinders and the crunch was satisfying. Now, me being a fan of actual maple waffles, if I had to choose between this cereal or a homemade plate of those yummy waffles, well, I'm picking those waffles hands down. But this flavor right here is an excellent substitute and the next best thing. So this one feels like a no-brainer. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Our next one is Fruity.
Now, this one right here, I was super excited to try because growing up eating some of the most sugary cereal known to humankind, it was easy to spot lower B or C tier versions of the name brand stuff. Yeah, you know those cereals your parents would grab for dirt cheap at the market. You wanted Fruit Loops, but you got Fruitios instead. But of course, all parents would say, hey, it's the same cereal, just a different box. Now leave us alone and go play with your Legos. But us kids, we knew the truth. The flavor was always a bit off, and that cereal, oh man, that cereal would turn into some soggy mush before the commercials were over and you were back to watching Captain and the Game Master on NBC WDIV Channel 4 Detroit. And why do I remember such an obscure fact? Because I have the memory of a cybernetically enhanced platypus. Duh. So yeah, after a few bites of the Magic Spoon Fruity, oh man, I gotta say, this one indeed took me back. The fruity flavor was there as well as that mighty crunch that comes with each and every bite, which was just fantastic. Side note, with this box as well as the other boxes I tried today, I noticed that the cereal itself broke down and dissolved in my mouth much easier than most store-bought cereal, which is pretty good considering there's some dangerous cereals out there that have no problem damaging the roof of your mouth if not properly drenched in milk. So remember, always keep it wet. So with all that being said, this one right here is an easy 10 out of 10.
Woohoo!
Next up, we have some cinnamon that loves to roll.
And we reach our final box of the day, which is cinnamon roll. Alright, so this one was more of a random pick, but it was a solid pick at the same time. It kind of falls in line with the others in terms of crunch and hitting you with enough flavor to where it's enjoyable, but it's not overwhelming. I'm guessing the closest comparison would fall somewhere between Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Cinnamon Flavored Cheerios. Speaking of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I wonder, whatever happened to those other two guys that used to be on the front of the box with the one chef who was, well, he wore glasses. What was his name? Wendell. Yes, Wendell. Kind of strange, you know, just one day, out of nowhere, they stop appearing in commercials. And both were completely removed from the front of the cereal box, and it's just Wendell. Good old harmless Wendell. Was there some sort of turmoil inside the group which caused a breakup? Or was there something more sinister at foot? Did Wendell do the unthinkable? I mean, nobody would suspect a jolly old man who only wanted to sprinkle a heavy abundance of cinnamon onto children's cereal. Now would they? Maybe behind closed doors, Wendell wanted that spotlight all to himself. And the only way he could do that was by eliminating what he considered to be dead weight. He probably called in sick on the day it happened. While the other two went to the bakery as usual, Wendell sat down in his lazy boy recliner and started sharpening his favorite meat cleaver, counting down the hours, the minutes, the seconds, till those two poor souls walked through the front door. And it was at that point that Wendell, with a blank, soulless stare in his eyes, reeled back that meat cleaver and chopped and hacked away, limbs falling to the floor, blood splattering against the wall and ceiling, as Wendell yelled out,
It was the cinnamon! It was always the cinnamon! It was always the cinnamon! Yeah!
Anyway, this one gets an 8 out of 10.
Yeah!
So, after having sampled each box, I'm happy to report I was not disappointed, not in the slightest. I think Magic Spoon has done a fantastic job at delivering a healthy alternative while not having to sacrifice on taste. And with such a huge selection, you're bound to find a couple of favorites that you'll totally enjoy. Now, if I had to pick something of a downside, it would probably be having to wait for it to be delivered by mail, as I know there's some people out there that don't like to deal with any kind of wait time. So yeah, that could be somewhat of a bummer. If you want to just go out and get a box, you can find a few of these at the grocery store, but the price will be a bit higher and the selection extremely small. I would also like to mention that this cereal can go fast. I mean, I can see someone finishing a box in a day or two easy. So I think it would be nice if they had the option for you to choose a family-sized version of each flavor to remedy that issue. But besides those two nitpicks, this was a great buy, and I'm pretty sure I'll be grabbing some more in the near future. And there you have it, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more content from us, subscribe to the channel, as it only helps us grow into a big bouncing baby boy. But until then, I'm Mike. He's the whoa, man. What the hell are you doing?
All right.
Ew. See you guys in the next video.
Hey. All right. Now, this is some real cereal.
Nasty.